So the last method is, in the calculation method, is the period control method. So what is period control method? Period control method is, in this step you maintain period control method. You then assign to depreciation keys. Now what is period control? Period control is you can specify the depreciation start for all acquisition in the year is set to the first day of the period. Requirements, you must have already maintained a period control. So what system knows is, when you start the depreciation of the, when you assign the key, you have to assign the period control. So maintain the period control method, assign period control to the for acquisition, subsequent acquisition, retirement, and so on. So period control method 1, which means this is the name 1122. So which means, now what is the meaning of 1, 2, 3, and 4? That's very important. So on an acquisition, depreciation should start at period start date. Additional acquisition, same thing. When you retire an asset, pro rata up to the mid period at the period start. So if you retire on 10th of June, so system will calculate the depreciation in the same company code, in the sending company code, in the retire at till 15th of June. And same is for transfer. The next one is 3622. Pro rata at the mid period. 6 is at the start of the year. So whatever the acquisition date is, this one 6, you acquire on 1st June or you acquire on whatever date, system will start depreciation calculation at the start of the fiscal year. Let's say fiscal year is April to March and you start acquire an asset in June. System will calculate from 1st April, no matter what is the date. 2 we already discussed. So let's try to understand all these methods. So within these methods you can apply the logics here. First one is pro rata at period start date. It means if your asset is acquired on 10th June, then system will calculate the depreciation from 1st June, but it will be on pro rata basis. Second is same, pro rata up to mid period at period start date. Third one is at mid period. It's not a period start date. Four means first year convention at half year start date. So for first year it will calculate from the half year date, and from next year it will calculate from the normal method. See, so this one is valid for Austria. Year start date, mid year, year end. What does it mean? Whatever the year start is, whatever the mid year is, and whatever the year end is, it can calculate based on any three. At the start of the year, I just talked about this. Whatever the asset acquisition is, at the start of the year depreciation will start. At mid year, whatever your acquisition date is, system will calculate the mid year. For example, in April to March, the mid year is April, May, June, July, August, September. 1st October is your mid year. In January to December, your mid-year is 1st July. So whatever the start is, it will be mid-year. 8 at the end of the year, which is start of the following year. So you purchase on 10th June this time, your depreciation will start on 1st April of 2017, next year. Mid quarter, this is mostly for tax. At the first quarter, whatever you acquire, it will post based on first quarter. Next month, next quarter, next half year. Simple. 11 means start from next month. 12 means whatever, if you acquire in June, so the next quarter is April, May, June is July, 1st July. Even if you acquire in May, it will start from 1st July. Next half year. '14 is not used. 15 first year convention at retirement. So this is for Korea. Mexico, first day same month, second day till last day next month. So all these are methods, convention being used, and these conventions are assigned here. Period control method, and you can define another period control method. For example, let's say I'm copying this one and I can give a name 07 06 05 03 7 6 5 3. But okay, so the key is same. I will say ZAA. Okay, so I created one period control indicator for myself. So that's period control. Next topic, this one we are done. Default values. Propose values for depreciation area for company code. In this step, you enter default values that are valid for certain company code and depreciation areas. In this, you can configure depreciation keys so that system uses a different interest key or special treatment of the end of depreciation. So this is mostly for tax areas where we have interest calculation, capitalized interest, section 263A of US tax. There it is normally used. Default values for depreciation key in company code. So here it says company code and allow only acquisition in capitalization year. So I say AA01 and this one, and this means if system should only allow additional acquisition in the year of the depreciation start date. It can be used, if sum of year digit methods is used, or this function can be used for organizational purposes. So I can tell system, okay, don't allow any other acquisition to the asset other than the capitalization year. Next is maintain depreciation key. So this is the one which is the magic now. Okay. think this should be, let me see if it is working, because it is not allowing this button. Okay, so here is the list of depreciation keys. So depreciation keys are at chart of account level, chart of depreciation level, and those are, if you have one chart of depreciation used in two company codes, then those will be visible in both of the company codes. It is no matter you want to use it or not. Now how does the key works? This one. So this key means ordinary depreciation, phase from the plant start of depreciation, base method we just saw. There were multiple method. 14 means ordinary depreciation explicit percentage after end of life. Declining which method? So it will use declining method 0001. Period control indicator we just saw 3622, different combinations. Okay, so the detailed view of depreciation key: chart of depreciation, depreciation key status, and then we have all the methods. First year 25%, second year 38%, third year 37%. Valid from cap date, depreciation start date. Base value is acquisition value. So this is a very important table. This we have to understand in detail. All the logics of depreciation sits here. Take a minute and try to read the table again. Okay. So this is how we design the keys. We will see few more keys, because this is the all logic of calculation. If we understand this, we are good. This is for ENP. This one looks simple. Let's talk about this one. GD10. This is the normal depreciation key. Okay, so this says building declining method 10.5 2.5. What does it mean? It says change the method after 5 years. Changeover when net book value is less than straight line. Changeover after end of useful life. The moment useful life ends, system will change the method to second one. And what is the second one? The base method changes. So it changes from 14 to 17. 14 says explicit percentage and 17 says immediate depreciation after end of life. So whatever is remaining, depreciate it. Declining method, period control, multi-level method. Declining method, changeover after end of useful life. Increase in depreciation and expired useful life, and consideration is controlled by the cutoff value key. So this is how you control your entire depreciation chart, you know. What method you want to use, when you want to change, what is the logic of change. So all these are legal. You know, it is not something that company decides so much complexity. You can understand now how much complex it is. So this is not something, you know, very quick to read and quick to understand. It will take some time, you know, you have to get into this, you know. As I move on, I'll explain you how this method works, because this is the entire summary of this training. If you understand how keys work, then you are good. Okay, then you see period control is also changing. What is 9 and what is 8? 9 and then it gets into 8. 1622 and then it gets into 6622. Sorry, it was 6622 and then it gets to 1622. Multi-level method changes. 46 to 44. What does it mean? It changes from 46 to 44. So 46 is normal method, and then 44 is APC, any life. Whatever life is remaining, just depreciate it. That's all. Phase 1 is start of depreciation, phase 2 is changeover within planned life, and phase 3 is changeover after end of useful life. So if the useful life of the asset ends and then you still have the value, then you want to change the method, then it is phase 3.